Very good evening. I welcome all the members to day two of Faculty Development Program on Fundamentals of Supply Chain Management. Today's session focuses on sourcing and procurement strategies, one of the most critical functions in supply chain management. Procurement has evolved from a routine purchasing activity into a strategic function that directly influences cost, quality, innovation, sustainability, and organizational competitiveness. During this session, we will explore sourcing strategies, supplier selection, procurement processes, digital transformation, risk management, and sustainable procurement practices. Let us begin our learning journey. So, this is about the program objective. The objective of today's faculty development program is to strengthen our understanding of sourcing and procurement from strategic perspective. Traditionally, procurement was viewed simply as purchasing materials. However, in today's competitive environment, procurement contributes significantly to business value creation. During this program, we shall understand procurement as a strategic business function, study various sourcing models, explore digital procurement technologies, and examine procurement risk and sustainability initiatives. By the end of this today's session, the participants will be equipped with practical knowledge that can be integrated into teaching, research, consultancy, and industry collaborations. So this is our day two session roadmap. Today's session has been organized into 6 major sections. First, we begin by understanding the differences between sourcing, procurement, and purchasing in supply chain management. Next, we discuss different sourcing strategies and the famous chronologic purchasing matrix. We will then examine the procurement cycle followed in organizations. After that, we explore digital procurement technologies, including e-procurement. Later, we discuss procurement risk, supplier management, and green procurement. Finally, we summarize the key takeaways and conclude with the final closing remarks of today's session. Let us get into the conceptual understanding of the topic. We will now discriminate the basic terms, say sourcing, procurement, and purchasing. How these three terms are distinct with each other. Many people use the terms sourcing, procurement, and purchasing interchangeably. However, each has a distinct meaning. Let us deep dive more into the further discussion. Sourcing is the strategic activity of identifying, evaluating, and selecting suppliers capable of meeting organizational requirements. Procurement is a broader process. It includes sourcing, supplier negotiations, contract management, purchasing, payment, and supplier performance evaluation. Purchasing represents the operational stage where purchase orders are issued and goods are acquired. In simple terms, sourcing is strategic, procurement is both strategic and operational, while purchasing is largely transactional in nature. Understanding these three distinctions helps the organizations to improve efficiency and long-term supplier relationships. We now try to understand the strategic importance of procurement in supply chain management. Procurement plays a vital role in organizational success. In manufacturing industries, procurement expenditure often accounts for 50 to 70% of total revenue. Procurement influences product quality, production continuity, innovation capability, supplier collaboration, and customer satisfaction. An efficient procurement system reduces operational cost, minimizes supplier risk, and strengthens competitive advantage. Therefore, procurement has transformed from a support function into a strategic business partner. Let us deeply understand the procurement cycle in supply chain management system. The procurement cycle follows a systematic sequence of activities as listed below. It begins with identifying organizational needs. Potential suppliers are then identified and invited to participate. Suppliers are evaluated based on quality, cost, delivery, performance, and reliability. Negotiations are conducted before contracts are finalized. Purchase orders are issued, goods are delivered, and payments are processed. Finally, supplier performance is reviewed to ensure continuous improvement. A structured procurement cycle ensures transparency, accountability, and operational efficiency. Followed by that, now we shall go through different sourcing strategies in supply chain management. Organizations adapt different sourcing strategies depending on business objectives. Single sourcing develops strong supplier relationships but increases dependency. Multiple sourcing reduces supply risk through diversification. Global sourcing offers cost advantages and wider supplier options, whereas local sourcing improves responsiveness and supports local economies. Organizations may also decide between insourcing and outsourcing depending on their core competencies. Long term sourcing builds strategic partnerships, while spot sourcing addresses immediate or short term requirements. Selecting the most appropriate sourcing strategy requires proper balancing of cost, quality, flexibility, and risk. The next important thing we are going to discuss under the concept of sourcing and procurement strategy, it is none other than Karalchik purchasing matrix. The Karalchik purchasing matrix is one of the most widely used procurement strategy tools. It classifies the purchased item according to the supply risk and business impact. Non-critical items require simplified purchasing procedures. Leverage items provide opportunities for competitive bidding and cost reduction. Bottleneck items require securing supply despite their relatively low value. Strategic items require long-term partnership because they have both high value and high supply risk. This framework enables procurement managers to allocate resources effectively and develop appropriate sourcing strategies. Next thing we are going to discuss about supplier selection criteria. Selecting the right supplier involves more than choosing the lowest price. Organization evaluate supplier based on total cost of ownership rather than purchase price alone. Quality consistency, delivery reliability, financial stability, regulatory compliance, and sustainability practices are equally important. Supplier evaluation should be continuous through performance measurement, audits, and periodic reviews. Long-term supplier relationships built on trust often generate greater value than short-term price reductions. Next, we shall see the significant the futures of negotiation and cost management. Successful procurement mainly depends on effective negotiation. Negotiation should focus on creating mutual value instead of simply reducing the prices. Procurement professionals prepare using market intelligence, cost analysis, and supplier benchmarking. Organizations also apply total cost of ownership analysis, value engineering, volume consolidation, and cost analysis to optimize procurement expenditure. The objective is to achieve sustainable cost savings while maintaining supplier relationships and product quality. So we now going to see the important characteristics of e-procurement and digital transformation. Today, technology has transformed procurement into a faster, more transparent and data-driven function. Electronic tendering allows suppliers worldwide to participate in procurement opportunities. Reverse auctions create competitive pricing environments. ERP systems integrate procurement with inventory, finance, and production planning. Analytics helps the organization to identify the purchasing trends and saving opportunities. Emerging technologies such as artificial intelligence, blockchain, and cloud computing continue to revolutionize the procurement management process. Importance of risk management in procurement function. Let us see further. Slide number 13. Procurement is exposed to several risks, including supply disruptions, geopolitical issues, financial instability, price fluctuations, logistics failures, and supplier non-compliance. Organizations reduce this risk by adapting multi-sourcing strategies, monitoring supplier performance, maintaining safety stocks, diversifying supplier locations, and conducting regular risk assessment followed by audit. The proactive risk management approach strengthens supply chain resilience and business continuity. Next thing is importance of sustainability and green procurement. Sustainability has become a core central element of procurement strategy. Organizations increasingly prefer environmentally responsible suppliers who follow ethical business practices. Green procurement encourages recyclable materials, reduced emissions, energy efficiency, and waste minimization. Social responsibility includes fair labor practices, diversity, and ethical sourcing. Sustainable procurement not only protects the environment but also enhances organizational reputation, regulatory compliance, and long-term competitiveness. So, before closing the Day 2 faculty development program, let us summarize the today's learning process, what we achieved during the presentation, what are all the various insights we gained out of this presentation. It is well clear that procurement is a strategic business function that creates an organizational value. Effective sourcing strategies depend on understanding supplier risk and business priorities. The Karajic matrix provides a valuable framework for procurement decision making. Digital technologies are reshaping procurement through automation, analytics, and transparency. Finally, sustainability and ethical procurement are no longer optional. They are essential components of modern supply chain management. These concepts can significantly enrich teaching, research, and professional practice. So, finally, I thank all the members who have participated in today's faculty development program day 2 on sourcing and procurement strategies in supply chain management. I hope this session has enhanced your understanding of strategic procurement and its role in modern supply chain management. I always encourage you to apply these concepts in your teaching, research, consultancy, and professional engagements. Once again, I thank all the members and I wish you continued success in your academic and professional journey. Thank you all. We will meet in the next subsequent faculty development program, day 3